Good afternoon. Let's begin. Okay, so this chapter is very simple. The stars and solar system. You might have a slight idea about it. ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी को कुछ पता नहीं है इसके बारे में. You sure know a little bit information because it's first of all, so it is very interesting. So everybody is very curious about what's going on up. ठीक है, तो कुछ ना कुछ तो कंटेंट हमें मिलता ही रहता है, चाहे यूट्यूब से हो या बुक से हो. So you might have studied a little bit about this topic earlier, and that makes it a little simpler and easy to complete it. ठीक है, so let's try to finish as much as we can today, है ना. मेरे को पहले तो बताओ, this one thing I want to ask all of you, what is a celestial object? Celestial object, yes. Satellites. Very good. So the objects which are there in outer space are known as celestial objects. So जिसमें sun आ जाता है, planets आ जाते हैं, moons आ जाते हैं, satellites आ जाते हैं, asteroids होते हैं, comets होते हैं, meteors होते हैं. So these all are celestial objects. You must be aware that we are part of a solar system, है ना. सोलर सिस्टम के सेंटर में सन है, सन के अराउंड 9 प्लैनेट्स, करेक्ट. अब ये जो सोलर सिस्टम है, ऐसी मिलियंस ऑफ सोलर सिस्टम्स, बिलियंस है इनफैक्ट, ये एक गैलेक्सी के अंदर आती है. और हमारी गैलेक्सी का नाम पता है तुम्हें क्या है? मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी. सो वी आर पार्ट ऑफ मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी. Our solar system is part of a Milky Way galaxy which consists similar billions of solar system. और ऐसी बहुत सारी गैलेक्सीज हमारे यूनिवर्स के अंदर है, मिलियंस एंड बिलियंस एंड ट्रिलियंस ऑफ गैलेक्सी. सो द यूनिवर्स इज अ वेरी ह्यूज एंड एवर इवॉल्विंग एंड एक्सपांडिंग फिनोमेना, अनएंडिंग. किसी को यूनिवर्स का एंड पता नहीं कहाँ है. सो वी हैव वेरी लिमिटेड नॉलेज रिगार्डिंग द सेलेस्टियल बॉडीज और हेवनली ऑब्जेक्ट्स. ठीक है. स्टार्स से शुरुआत करते हैं. स्टार्स के बारे में जैसे ही तुम स्टार्स के बारे में पढ़ते हो, द फर्स्ट थिंग you notice is that they twinkle. Twinkling of stars. What is the phenomena? What is twinkling? No.
Shining.
Sorry?
Shining.
Shining. No. Twinkling is the constantly, yes. It appears blink. Yeah, yes, you are right. It appears to blink. Blink means it sometimes becomes bright and sometimes becomes dim. So it's just like blinking, है ना. Sometimes it is very bright, sometimes it is dull, and that phenomena is twinkling of stars. So ये stars twinkle क्यों करते हैं? Because they are very far away from Earth. So due to a phenomena known as refraction of light, light rays जब bend होती है stars से Earth तक आने वाली जो ray of light है वो बार बार bend होती है. There are many reasons for it. Earth का जो atmosphere है, that atmosphere consists of many different layers of air of different optical densities. तो उसमें से जब ये स्टार से आने वाली ray of light गुजरती है, क्या होता है? वो बेंड होती है बार बार, और वो बेंड होती है इसलिए वो the stars appears to be twinkling. Appears to be. Stars actually do not twinkle. They appear to be twinkling. ठीक है. And stars, if you notice them properly, if you study about them, they are as big as or maybe even bigger than the size of our sun. They are very hot and they themselves are suns. So stars are actually kind of suns only. which they have their own light. ठीक है, स्टार्स के अंदर क्या होता है पता है तुम्हें? हाइड्रोजन गैस होता है, ठीक है, and there is a continuous process of nuclear fusion taking place which is producing more and more heat in the stars. So that's why stars is like a huge ball of sun, ठीक है, ball of fire basically. You know, there is one star which does not change its position with respect to a location on Earth. Pole star. Pole star. Pole star does not change its location with respect to the position on Earth. And you know what is the location of pole star in sky with respect to the position of Earth? Okay, it is always situated in the north direction. You are right, but where? North pole, in the line of North Pole. You are absolutely correct. So suppose you are standing on the North Pole, where will you see the star? Right above. And in Mumbai, where do you see it? So what is that here? Do you know? You know, there is something which is known as latitude and longitude. Latitude, longitude, pata hai? Which is the system with which location of a point on the surface of Earth can be determined. So yeah, so जैसे मुंबई है तो मुंबई का एक पर्टिकुलर लॉन्जिट्यूड है. In that longitude, like that many degrees, if you you know, you can say elevate your gaze from the horizon in the north direction, then you will find the pole star. मतलब तुम्हें वो लॉन्जिट्यूड पता होना चाहिए. जैसे मुंबई का लॉन्जिट्यूड जैसे 20 डिग्री है, तो मुझे नॉर्थ की तरफ फेस करना है, and I have to look in the north direction, and I have to rise my gaze by 20 degree. So I will find the North Star. You can try that. And at different locations on the Earth, you will find that North Star is stationary, but it is at different positions in the sky. That position is exactly the longitude of that place from the horizon. ठीक है, and it does not change its position. पोल स्टार का यूज क्या है?
It helps to find direction.
Exactly. It helps us to find or understand the direction, specifically in the night sky where there is no sun, because if there is sun, of course we understand east and west. But pole star is such a phenomena which directly points in north direction. इसको नॉर्थ स्टार भी बोलते हैं, ठीक है. So it helps us to find the direction. Sailors and travelers, they find the direction using pole stars. Okay, how many of you know there is a unit of measuring distance in space which is known as light year? Light year. Can anybody define a light year, please? Light year का definition आता है किसी को?
The distance between celestial bodies.
No, the distance traveled by light in 1 year. The distance traveled by light in 1 year is known as 1 light year. Light जितना distance 1 year में cover करता है उसको 1 light year बोलता है, ठीक है. So 1 light year is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. Now anybody knows the speed of light? Yes. Very good. 3 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second or 3 lakh kilometers per second. ठीक है. So ये light की speed है. Now just imagine, I know the speed. What is the time? Time is 1 year. ठीक है. So if you multiply the time and the speed, you get the distance. And that distance is 1 light year, which is equal to 9.46 times 10 to the power 12 kilometers. Please note it down in your notebooks. Notebooks please निकालो. Light year की definition लिखो. 1 light year is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. ये लिखो. and then write this. 1 light year is equal to 9.46 times 10 to the power 12 kilometers. So 1 light year is 9.46 times 10 to the power 12 kilometer. This is an important number because this can be asked in question answers. Okay? Now let's talk about some distances, celestial distances in terms of this unit. Not light year exactly. First unit is a light minute. Light minute, you can guess now, distance traveled by light in 1 minute. Okay? The distance of sun from earth is 8 light minutes. That means light takes 8 minutes to reach earth from sun. सन से अर्थ तक पहुंचने के लिए लाइट को 8 मिनट्स का टाइम लगता है. After sun, the next nearest star to earth is Proxima Centauri, and Proxima Centauri's distance is approximately 4.3 light years. 4.3 light years. So that's the nearest star to earth.
4.3 years to make its light reach Earth.
Exactly. So when you're looking at Proxima Centauri through a telescope from Earth, it was the last position of Proxima Centauri 4.3 years ago. You understand? Now it may be somewhere else, but that was the last seen position. तो हम जो भी स्टार्स देखते हैं ना, उनकी लाइट हम तक जब पहुंच रही है, हो सकता है वो स्टार डिस्ट्रॉय होके मर भी गया हो और हमें वो तब दिख रहा है. इट्स अ वेरी क्रेजी थिंग. Constellations. You have any idea regarding constellations?
I know what to
Group of stars that form a
Yes. The group of stars which appear to form, इसको underline भी कर सकते हो if you have the notebook. The group of stars which appears to form some recognizable shape or pattern is known as a constellation. All the stars of a constellation always remain together. ये उनकी खासियत है. So they always form this recognizable pattern when observed from Earth. इसको स्टार ग्रुप्स या कॉन्स्टलेशन नाम रखा गया है. ठीक है. And there are different constellations. 88 total number of constellations are known as present, and each has been given a name signifying an animal, human being, or some other object which it appears to resemble. All the constellations appear to move in the sky from east to west. This is because Earth, from where we view them, rotates on its axis from west to east. Some of the important constellations are Ursa Major, Cassiopeia, Orion भी बोलते हैं इसको, and Leo Major. Ursa Minor भी होता है एक. Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Cassiopeia. I don't know Cassiopeia is Ursa Minor or something, but it may be. Orion and Leo Major. So इनका एक particular shape है. This is Ursa Major. बिग डिपर भी बोलते हैं इसको, बिग बेयर भी बोलते हैं. See, there is no shape as such. It is all upon our imagination, how we imagine it to look like. You can call it something else also. बिग डिपर कुछ लोग बोलते हैं, बिग बेयर कुछ लोग बोलते हैं, प्लॉ बोलते हैं कुछ लोग, ग्रेट बेयर बोलते हैं. सो इसका जो इंडियन नेम है वो है सप्तर्षि. सप्तर्षि, 7 sages. In fact, that was the story. 7 what you can say, very noble sages who went on to become the 7 prominent stars who look down upon us and take care of us, the whole humanity. ठीक है, ऐसा मतलब एक उसके पीछे का एक क्या बोलते हैं उसको, व्हाट इज दैट, वो बोलते हैं ना एक फेबल बोलते हैं ना उसको, जो लोगों में फेमस कहानियां होती है. जो लोग like the grandfathers, grandparents, they tell the grandchildren fables ना, fables बोलते हैं. So it's a very famous fable, सप्तर्षि वाला. So ऐसे ही imaginary stories या fables से ये सारे नाम आए हैं. Ursa Major or Big Dipper or Great Bear. Great Bear, see how they have imagined it to be. Now, some people in Europe might be calling it as a Great Bear because they have a lot of bears over there. We don't have many bears, so we don't call it a bear or something. The Ursa Major constellation is visible during summer season in early part of the night. It can be clearly seen in the month of April in the northern part of the sky at night. The stars marked 1 and 2 in Ursa Major constellations are called pointer stars because the line joining them points to the direction of pole star. 1 and 2 यहाँ पे तो मार्क नहीं किया है, कहाँ है 1 2? Yeah, see this one. Ursa Major दिख रहा है, उसके राइट साइड में देखो दो स्टार है और वो दो स्टार के बिल्कुल सीधे ऊपर की तरफ तुम्हें पोल स्टार मिलेगा. अब ये मैं तुम्हें पिक्चर में दिखा रहा हूं, बट व्हेन यू एक्चुअली आइडेंटिफाई इन द स्काई, आई हैव डन दैट व्हेन आई वाज यंग. अर्सा मेजर दिखा था मेरे को, पोल स्टार सारे शेप मैंने देखे थे, बट देन it became slowly difficult to find all this. Pollution has really ruined it, and you are right, absolutely correct. ठीक है, तुम्हें दिख रहा है ये अर्सा मेजर कैसे रिवॉल्व कर रहा है अराउंड पोल स्टार? Yes. So if you always notice, there is a straight line from these star number 1 and 2, 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 which is pointing towards pole star in the center, and that Ursa Major revolves around. Orion कुछ ऐसा दिखता है. This is the shape of Orion. I've never seen Orion. 7 or 8 bright stars. You should go to some hilly regions like Himachal or somewhere, which is higher above, जहाँ पे pollution भी कम होगा. Can see very bright sky. Have you been to such places? It looks very scary at night because suddenly there are thousands of stars appearing, and you don't feel that you're alone. You feel there's so many things happening above, because here though you cannot see, hardly can see anything. It's just a blanket of polluted air. But suddenly if you see so many stars just near to earth, it feels really weird, right?
There's a pause on the next.
बट ओरायन सिर्फ विंटर सीजन में दिखता है, इन लेट इवनिंग्स. might oh really? ये ओरायन actually it is named after one mythological figure who was a hunter. So that's why its name, its shape is like a hunter. That's why it's named as Orion.
No, it's like this thing they used to use that stone tool, no? It's like a hammer.
Yeah, you can call it that also. The brightest star in the night sky is Sirius. Why so serious? The brightest star called Sirius is located close to Orion constellation. We can locate the position of Sirius star in the night sky with the help of Orion constellation. So you have to, look at the straight line from the middle 3 stars, which are very close to each other, towards the left. And you will find at the bottom very bright star, which is known as Sirius. Cassiopeia constellation. Cassiopeia is another prominent constellation in northern sky. It consists of 5 main stars. W जैसा shape है इसका, या M. है ना, अगेन विंटर में विजिबल होता है. लियो मेजर कॉन्स्टलेशन, sea horse or something kind of very prominent. Okay, so these were constellations. सोलर सिस्टम पता है सबको, सन होता है, 8 प्लैनेट्स बोला है यहाँ पे, तुम 8 ही याद रखना है, ठीक है, बिकॉज एवरी डे देर इज सम और द अदर डेवलपमेंट इन द in the scientific world of astronomy. Due to latest researches, there are developments which are every day happening. You can go to NASA's website and find out. They give you like proper updates about what is happening, what is not happening, everything. But your textbook cannot be updated so quickly. So we have to stay with some outdated information, but that's fine as long as overall it does not change the entire structure. जैसे सन सेंटर में ही रहेगा, कुछ भी हो जाए, अर्थ विल रिवॉल्व अराउंड द सन, कुछ भी हो जाए, ठीक है. इट वाज नॉट लाइक दैट इन अर्ली टाइम्स. देयर वाज अ Galileo.
The one who the one who made telescope.
Galileo Galilei.
Yes, he was before Newton, before the mechanics were or the classical physics was developed. Galileo gave a lot of information.
So he also was the one to spot Uranus.
Yeah, and I think the story is about Galileo only. And he told that Earth revolves around Sun. Sun is in the center. But it was believed by the Roman Church that Earth is in the center because Jesus Christ has taken birth on Earth. So that's why Earth is in center and Sun revolves around Earth. So he was poisoned, Galileo, by the church. And why can you say that? How can you say that? He said that it's okay, you poisoned me, but that doesn't change the fact. I can prove that Earth is not in the center and Sun is in the center. And that is solar system. So that fact was first given by him. ठीक है. So ऐसा कुछ तो major issues नहीं आएगा, हमें सिर्फ 8 planets के साथ पढ़ना है. So there is sun, there are 8 planets, their satellites or moons, and millions of smaller celestial objects such as asteroids, comets and meteoroids in our solar system. So you know the shape of the orbit in which the planets revolve around the sun? Elliptical. Remember the word elliptical. It is not oval. You have to name it elliptical. 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 Okay, that's the shape of the orbits of the planets around the sun. So the 8 planets of the solar system are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. याद रहेगा? Except Mercury and Venus, every planet has got natural satellites or moons. सिर्फ मर्क्यूरी और वीनस के पास कोई मून नहीं है. अर्थ के पास एक है, मार्स के पास है, जुपिटर, सैटर्न, यूरेनस, नेपच्यून, सबके पास अपने अपने मून्स हैं. This is the structure of solar system, but this is not to scale. Not to scale का मतलब पता है? Okay, I would like to suggest one.
Not so accurate.
Yeah, it is not accurate. It is absolutely wrong figure to scale. नहीं, ऊपर नीचे की बात नहीं है. अगर इनको ऐसे नोटिस किया तो हो सकता है, बट जो डिस्टेंस है ना वो बिल्कुल ही गलत है. इसमें सब इक्वल डिस्टेंस पे दिख रहे हैं, बट ऐसा नहीं है. सम आर वेरी नियर, सम आर एक्सट्रीमली फार, एंड इफ यू पुट देम ऑन पेपर ना, द प्लैनेट्स आर so small that they will become invisible. So I'm giving you one task. if you go to YouTube, I would want you to go home and watch this video on YouTube, and I'm sharing this link in the group. ठीक है, तो लोग बाद में देखो तुम लोग. सोलार सिस्टम लिखो मत, मैं इसका लिंक दे रहा हूँ. टू स्केल this one. This is such an amazing project somebody has done. I think इसका नाम ही चैनल का टू स्केल है. So let me just copy this.
You have to open the page.
No, there is one. Okay, just a moment. Oops.
Grammarly Business offers AI.
नहीं यार, ये क्या है?
I have a picture.
You may wonder why I'm underneath the minivan.
This one. Yeah. So I will share it. Please do watch it. This is, I'm insisting on this. I never insist that watch this, watch that. But if we finish early, then we'll see it in the class. ठीक है? If not, then at home.
So, you can see Venus from Earth.
Yeah, of course. We can see Mars also. So why these all planets are, revolving around sun, and they are like, they don't leave their places, they just don't go astray. Why they are together?
So, because the sun is pulling them towards themselves, and the planets have their own center of gravity, so they are revolving around one.
Okay, what is the force which is keeping them in their orbits? Heat? Absolutely not. Gravitational force, not gravity. Gravity is on you due to Earth, but Earth is pulled towards the sun to revolve in its orbit is due to the gravitational force of sun on Earth and all the other planets. So the term is gravitational force. Don't use the word center of gravity, or these are all wrong concepts. If you use the right concept, the right word terminology is gravitational pull or force. From whom? From sun. On whom? On all the planets. Also the moon, also all the celestial objects in our solar system. They're all together due to the gravitational pull. Sun के बारे में बात करते हैं. So sun is a hot ball of fire. Continuously nuclear fusion reaction is happening on the surface of sun, due to which it is constantly emanating a lot of heat energy, radiations. The temperature at the surface of sun is around 6000 degrees Celsius. It's not a solid object. It is made up of gases, hot gases, mostly hydrogen gas. And the heat is sustained by the nuclear fusion reaction, where hydrogen fuses with other hydrogen to become helium. And this releases a lot of heat continuously. This heat is also very important for us, because due to this heat we can survive on Earth. Due to this heat, the temperature is bearable for our survival. Due to this heat, plants make their food and the life sustains on Earth. Photosynthesis. Again, photosynthesis is responsible for the production of oxygen, which is required for us. So again, everything is related to sun's heat. मेन सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी। सारे प्लैनेट्स के बारे में जानकारी दी है, मर्क्यूरी, वीनस, अर्थ, मार्स, जुपिटर, सैटर्न, यूरेनस एंड नेपच्यून। सो ये प्लैनेट्स क्या होते हैं? दे आर जस्ट बॉल ऑफ रॉक्स और गैसेस, डिपेंड्स which planet you're talking about. Like Jupiter does not have any surface, you know that, right? It is just gases, clouds. It's a outer planet, exoplanet. It does not have any surface as such, but it's very big. Sorry?
Everything after Jupiter is exoplanet.
Everything after Mars is exoplanet.
Mars is
Jupiter onwards. So these are, the planets, they don't have their own light. But how we can see them bright in the sky?
because they reflect sun.
They reflect the light of the sun. And what about their position? It is fixed in the sky or they keep on changing? Keep on changing. Sometimes they become very bright. Then you might see some articles in the newspaper or your news feed in the mobile that today Mercury will be the brightest and it will appear in the sky in this direction at this time, or Venus will be the brightest and you could see Mars from your home on Earth. ऐसे करके आते हैं आर्टिकल्स. तो ड्यू टू देयर चेंजिंग पोजिशन समटाइम्स दे आर विजिबल बाय नेकेड आइज, समटाइम्स यू हैव टू यूज telescopes. But you can't see any stars or planets or anything in the daytime. Where do they go?
So because the sun's light is so much that stars lights are not.
Exactly, the brightness of sun's light hides all the other small, celestial bodies or objects with small intensities of light. The intensity or brightness of sun's light hides the stars and other celestial bodies. When we are in night time, of course, the sun's intensity is not there, so we can see everything else, what is there. The number of satellites increase as we go towards outer planets, exoplanets. Inner planets के पास satellites कम है. जैसे मर्क्यूरी, वीनस के पास सैटेलाइट नहीं है, अर्थ के पास एक है, मार्स के पास कितने हैं? 2 है, मून, और जुपिटर के पास 64 या 16, आई थिंक सो. I think
I think only 4 are discovered.
no, there are many which are named, and they have also figured out that on one of the moon there can be Earth-like conditions. And Pandora, Pandora. There was a movie named Avatar. So Avatar is based in Pandora. And they landed on Pandora and found some people living there, the different aliens living there. So that's an amazing story. But I don't know how much you know about space travel. If you travel in space, you know that there will be a certain change of time, like time travel. So suppose you go to Jupiter and come back, your age will change by 1 year or whatever time it takes for you to go and come back. But the people on Earth will age by 20 years. You know that? You'll still be young and they will grow old by 20 years. You know that?
Yes, sir. वो Interstellar movie में वैसा ही दिखाया.
Wow, you've seen Interstellar movie?
Yes, sir. It was very confusing almost.
It is. I think it is one of the best movie of all the time.
Yes, sir. Inception, Interstellar, and Tenet type movies.
Yes, of course.
और सर दो सैटेलाइट लगते हैं, मतलब जो नासा ने बनाए थे वो सैटेलाइट सोलर सिस्टम के बाहर के होते हैं.
Yes, absolutely. You are correct. Very good.
Sir, so like there's this. So if I leave Earth and I go to Jupiter,
Yeah.
it will take me 1 year to go and.
Approximately, yeah. Ratio, I'm just telling you.
Then how in the Earth there's already 20 years?
Yeah, because you age according to the time on Earth. Your body perceives time as it is present on Earth, like 1 day, 24 hours, 1 year, 365 years. It is all true for Earth, not for outer space. For them, 1 year is different. For them, day is different. For them, time is absolutely entirely different. So they age according to their.
1 year, what time are you considering? Earth's time?
No, where you are present. 1 year is when you are wherever you are present. That is 1 year for you. That is how your biological age will progress, not according to how Earth's biological age. So that is really crazy and confusing thing. Many scientists have talked about it, but it's still the matter of research, and you will, if you are curious, you can find more about it. Yeah.
So, it means like going to any planet and coming back to Earth is like a time travel.
Yeah, it is. It is. If you go to some planet, if you manage to, and if you come back to Earth, then definitely there will be some sort of time travel. People who go on Moon also, and they've come back, their age they've aged slowly by few days. So that's really
So, but many changes take place in our body.
absolutely. You are right.
Go somewhere that will take maybe a year to come back, and I'm 14 and the other people I know are 20, 30.
And there are many movies as this one, what you're saying. One is Back to the Future. Have you seen Back to the Future, Steven Spielberg? That's amazing how they perceive things and how they talk about time travel. So complex theory, but they talk it so effortlessly. Okay, so this is like the table about some facts related to different planets, like what is the diameter of a planet, what is the distance of that planet from the sun, and what is the time taken by that planet for complete one revolution around the sun and on its own axis. So it is seen that the planets which are nearer to the sun, they complete the revolution quickly. And the planets which are far away, they complete one revolution around the sun in lot of time.
165 years.
Yeah.
I am dead till then.
So yeah, you can't even imagine. We have not been beyond the moon also. So our capabilities are very limited. And see the things. No, 16 or 3 minutes, and like how fast they move around on their own axis. Like 1 day. 1 day is just 9 or 50 minutes on Jupiter. But on Mars it is like equivalent to Earth. But 1 year is like double that of the Earth's time. On Mars, 687 days.
I feel like Venus has something wrong with it. 225 days is a year for them, and 243 days is a day for them.
It's very lazy planet. Mass of the planet is also given, which is the heaviest. Jupiter is the heaviest. Number of satellites or moons. Who has the highest? Saturn, 30. Yeah, I'll send it. Yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people online, I think. No, 5 people online, and 4 are here.
We started off with
4. Okay, so यहाँ तक हमने किया है. Then there is detail about each and every planet. We'll continue with this. It's a very interesting lecture, right? So we will continue with this, and I urge everyone to join the offline lectures now so that we can revise physically face to face. All right, guys. Bye. Take care.